About 8 months ago, I got another burst of motivation to make a new game. But unlike all the other times, this one turned into one of the best games I've ever made. Welcome to the history of my game Darkness Breach. The game's development started in early December when I set out to make a round-based SCP game. However, after some early prototyping, I decided to shift it into my own custom universe, one that could eventually span across many games. I decided to stick with the round-based idea, but instead of SCP, I introduced AET, basically my own version of SCP, just a bit worse. But before release, I managed to create one IET, which was this guy. I also created 5 additional teams that players can be assigned to, each with their own unique sub-roles and objectives. Development started in early December, but it didn't really pick up until Christmas break, when I finally caught the momentum to push the game forward. I've managed to create a complete custom gun system using a module called Fastcast for projectiles. I've also implemented landing animations for different reinforcement waves, added a detaining mechanic, as well as hundreds of smaller features and improvements. Around February, I decided to start promoting the game before its release on TikTok and later on YouTube Shorts. This brought me a lot of support and valuable feedback on what I could improve or add to make the game more engaging for players. After some time, I set the official release date for February 21st, 2025. As the game neared completion, I began to push its promotion more aggressively. After days of continuous promotion and development, the long-awaited release day finally arrived, and the game was officially launched. The release of the game went surprisingly well, drawing in a lot of players and support at the start. However, after the initial excitement, things began to slow down. Player activity gradually decreased, which caused the momentum to fade. While I fixed bugs and released updates, the game still didn't gain the momentum it needed to stay afloat. I tried promoting it through TikToks and Shorts to bring in more players, but due to one important factor, it ultimately didn't work out as I had hoped. I even tried running Roblox ads to promote the game. While they brought in a short burst of new players, they didn't solve the momentum issues. Because of the game's complexity, many players struggled to stick around, and over time the activity slowly began to die down. Throughout its lifetime, the game received many updates and patches that helped keep it feeling fresh. You can check the full list of changes directly in-game, but here are some of the most important ones. A complete menu rework, the April Fool's update, a new faction, new guns and items, and a full remake of the weapon system to work better on high-ping connections. As you can see, this game was built and supported with passion, but due to the lack of players and feedback, I ultimately decided to move on to other projects due to one big issue. The core issue with this game was that it wasn't solo-friendly. Since it didn't gain enough players to sustain the active player base needed for comfortable matches, the game eventually died out. Since this game was heavily inspired by games like SCP Breach and SCP Secret Laboratory, it required at least 6 players to be enjoyable. But because of its complexity, it never managed to gather enough active players to sustain itself. However, that could change with a new feature I implemented in a recent update. With the game in its current state, there isn't much I can do besides promoting it through my social media. However, we do host game nights on my Discord server, where we play together and try to revive it. Another thing that helps is the recent addition of a tutorial, which you can check out right now. It's designed to teach you most of the basics you need to start playing the game. I had a lot of update ideas for this game, including new monsters, rooms, and items. But in its current state, I don't feel like pushing major updates into a dead game. That said, I might still develop some of these ideas during streams, and I'll continue to support the game with bug fixes and patches. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash like if you did, smash dislike if you didn't, and don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of this garbage. This is my first long-form video, so there might still be a few rough edges, but I hope it's received well. Don't forget to check out Darkness Breach. The link's in the description. You can also join my Discord server if you want to chat with me, check out my other projects, or follow the development of this game. Anyway, goodbye.